Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, guys. Next, I will read about chapter 12 in reading text, literal reading task. Chapter 12. Are these the best year of your life? Which are the best year of your life? All of us ask ourselves this question from time to time, and we probably come up with different answers. The reason seems to be that different periods are related to different kinds of achievement. This article looks at specific areas of achievement and relates these areas to specific periods of life. 1. The ups and downs of life may seem to have no predictable plan, but scientists now know there are very definite life patterns that almost all people share. Today, when we live 20 years longer than our great-grandparents, and when women mysteriously outlive men by 7 years, it is clearer than ever that the game of life is really a game of trade-offs. As we age, we trade strength for ingenuity, speed of thoroughness, passion for reason. This exchange may not always seem fair, but at every age, there are some advantages. So it is reassuring to know that even if you've passed some of your prime, you still have other prime years to experience in the future. Certain important primes seems to peak later in life. 2. When are you smartest? From 18 to 25, according to IQ scores. But you're wiser and more experienced with increasing age. You're sharpest in your 20s, around 30. Memory begins to decline, particularly your ability to perform mathematical computations. But your IQ for other tasks climbs, says Berkeley psychologist Arthur Jensen. Your vocabulary at age 45, for example, is 3 times as good as when you are graduated from college. At 60, your brain possesses almost 4 times as much information as it did at 21. This trade-off between sharpness and wisdom has led psychologist Dr. Leopold Belloc to suggest that maturity quotients be adopted for adults. 3. When are you healthiest? For men, from 15 to 25. For women, from 15 to 30. A man is in his best shape in the decade before age 25, says New York internist Dr. Donald Tompkins. His muscles are firmest, his resistance to cold and infection is highest, and his body is most efficient in utilizing nutrients. Women, for some reasons scientists do not understand, get a 5-year bonus. Peak health begins to decline when the body process called anabolism, or cell growth, is overtaken by the opposite process, catabolism or cell death. Cells have been dying since birth, says Tompkins, but in our late 20s, they start dying faster and they are replaced. Also, muscle is replaced with fat. 4. Women also get an additional bonus of good health later in life. National Institute of Health figures show that the onset of such old age disease as arthritis, rheumatism, and heart ailments begin around age 60 in men and age 65 in women. It is hard to deny the generally greater fitness of women. Life expectancy for women is now 68.3 for women, 75.9, says U.S. Aging Authority William Cannell. Older women with low blood pressure are practically immortal. However, psychologists believe that by entering the competitive job market in increasing numbers, women may eventually give up their statistical advantage. 5. When are you most likely to develop mental disorders? from 30 to 35. This is surprisingly narrow peak is very real. The National Institute of Mental Health (NIMH) reports that more than half of the parents in mental hospitals, male and female, are in this age group, men leading women by about 20%. 6. But if we're most neurotic between 30 and 35, apparently we recover quickly. Admissions to mental hospitals drop sharply around age 40 and stay down until age 65. Yet, say psychiatrists between age 40 and 55, more people report they feel on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Relatively few actually occur. We become veterans at coping, says psychologist Marvin Carlins. 7. Suicide, a measure of mental problems, peaks from 20 to 24 and then again around 70. Incidents of suicide are smallest among people with intact marriage, highest among the divorced. 8. When are you happiest? You have the best physical sense of yourself from 15 to 24. The best professional sense from 40 to 49. Pessimism peaks between 30 and 39. San Diego State University psychologists Marilyn Borges and Lena Dutton found that before age 24, we believe that our happiest years are yet to come. Over 30, we believe that they are behind us. A National Health Survey agrees. After age 30, we become more realistic and do not view happiness as a goal in itself. If we maintain our health, achieve professional and emotional goals, then happiness we feel will follow. 9. The American Institute of Public Opinion says that the pessimism peak occurs when we realize that talent and determination aren't enough to guarantee success. Lady luck must help. 10. Also, youth good physical sense of self apparently does little to foster happiness. Parents who tell their teenage children they are the happiest years, says Leggett, couldn't be more wrong. Adolescence is very difficult. Only when you are 40 and looking back does youth look blissful. 11. When does your sexual drive peak? Around 16 to 18 for men and between 35 and 40 for women. While the male sex drive is diminishing, the female is reaching her sexual peak. Some psychologists believe that nature arranged it this way in order to control population. When are you most creative? Generally between 30 and 39, but the peak varies with different professions. Mozart wrote a symphony and four sonatas by age 8, and Mendelssohn composed his best-known work, A Midsummer Night's Dream, at 17. But most of the great music was written by men between 33 and 39. In his monumental work, Aging and Achievement, psychologist H. C. Lehman presents the years of peak work in many fields. Grand opera, 35 to 39, musical comedy, 40 to 44, and chemistry, 26 to 30, mathematics, physics, and electronics, 30 to 34, astronomy, 40 to 44, writing novels, 40 to 44, short stories, 30 to 34, and poetry, 24 to 29. The earliest peak for all types of writing, painting and sculpture, 32 to 39, architecture, 44 to 44, 40 and to 44, inventions, 30 to 40, and economics, 30 to 39. Though the peak in most fields comes early, most Nobel Prize winners did their top research in their late 20s and 30s. Creative people continue to produce quality work throughout their lives. Psychologist Dr. John McLeish in the Holandyah Adult explained that for the well-conditioned mind, there is no upper limit. At 71, Tolstoy completed his reaction, writing all of its 200,000 words by longhand. Voltaire wrote in his marvelous satire Candide at 64. While Durant began to write 5 volumes of the monumental history of civilization in collaboration with his wife Ariel when he was 69, and he finished at 89. 14. By viewing life's various peaks, we can easily get the feeling that we are part of a giant give and take plan. Though statistically the plan is there, we must remember that every peak has many exceptions, says McLeish. The human life journey cannot be charted by a single curving line. So that's for chapter 12.